Why do humans blush? It's one of the most peculiar and uniquely human behaviors, a physiological reaction that has puzzled scientists, poets, and psychologists for centuries. Charles Darwin himself once called it the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. Think about it. When was the last time you blushed? Was it because you accidentally called your teacher mom in third grade? Or maybe because someone gave you an unexpected compliment? Whether it's embarrassment, surprise, or romantic feelings, something unique is happening within our skin that sets this reaction into motion. But what is blushing exactly, and why does it happen? Let's unravel the mystery. At its core, blushing is an involuntary response, a reflex that occurs when your body signals an increase in blood flow to your face. This sudden shuttling of blood supplies your facial capillaries, causing the noticeable reddish or pinkish tint on your cheeks, and sometimes your ears, neck, and chest, too. But what triggers this reaction deep within us? It's tied to our fight-or-flight response and closely linked to our emotions. Strap in, because things are about to get thrillingly scientific. The process starts in your brain. The part of your nervous system that orchestrates blushing is called the sympathetic nervous system, one of the two major autonomic systems of the body. The sympathetic nervous system is your body's instant reaction team. When you feel social attention, good or bad, it gets activated as though there's a threat to respond to. Nope, it's not a wild predator stalking you, though your body doesn't see much of a difference when it comes to a negative comment about your outfit or stumbling over your words in public. Let's say someone points out you have toothpaste on your face. Embarrassment kicks in, the social threat, and your brain releases adrenaline into your system. Adrenaline is essentially your panic hormone designed to prepare you for danger. While your heart rate speeds up, your blood vessels dilate, especially the ones near your face. This dilation floods your face with blood as a survival mechanism. But here's the curveball. Unlike sweating or trembling, which can happen for countless reasons, blushing is triggered specifically by social emotions. Isn't it incredible that our bodies behave this way to tell the world, yes, I am fully aware of the socially awkward situation I find myself in? Now get this. What's even more fascinating is that blushing is essentially humanity's social calling card, and not all animals share this trait. It's exclusively human. Researchers believe that it's tied to our intricate social structures and layers of communication. Blushing is a non-verbal apology, a way of signaling to others that you've acknowledged your mistake or vulnerability. In essence, it builds trust and reduces animosity among peers. Think of it as your internal peacemaker saying, "Hey, I messed up, but look how sorry I am." Anthropologists suggest we evolved this unique response because our ancestors depended heavily on group cooperation. Could it be that blushing is a way for us to stay on good terms with our tribe? Possibly yes. Blushing is not just for moments of social blunders, though. It also occurs in intimate or positive situations. When a crush singles you out in a crowd, or when someone praises you unexpectedly. Why is that? Well, these situations also involve vulnerability, just on the opposite end of the emotional spectrum. For example, when romantic interests are in play, blushing telegraphs an innocent honesty, making you appear more trusting and approachable. Interestingly, studies reveal that people who blush are often perceived as more genuine and likable. So it's not all bad news for those of us who frequently end up as walking tomato emojis. Okay, but what about the reverse scenario? What causes some people to blush more than others? Genetics play a role here. Some people have more sensitive blood vessels or more reactive sympathetic nervous systems, making blushing a frequent occurrence. There's even a psychological condition called erythrophobia, an intense fear of blushing, which ironically can lead to even more blushing in social situations. Talk about a cruel cycle. At this point, you might wonder, are there ways to stop blushing? The answer is yes, sort of. Because blushing is involuntary, completely eliminating it is impossible without medical intervention, and those aren't commonly recommended. However, Techniques like controlled deep breathing or cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help reduce the likelihood of blushing under certain contexts. For most of us, though, blushing serves its purpose. Evolution has gifted us this peculiar reaction, and it's probably better to embrace it rather than wishing it away. A fun fact to consider: even though blushing is universal among humans, its extent varies across cultural backgrounds. In some cultures, blushing can heighten one's social appeal, while in others it might be considered a rather embarrassing phenomenon. But whether you view it positively or negatively, it's an integral part of how humans communicate. Proof that our bodies and emotions are deeply interwoven. We've explored why humans blush biologically, psychologically, and socially, but one word still comes to mind to sum it up best: fascinating. Blushing reminds us that we're emotional beings. It's a signal we send out involuntarily, but its implications run deeply into how we interact. Whether it's embarrassment, pleasure, or even nervousness, blushing is a testament to the complexity of human nature. So next time you catch yourself blushing, don't sweat it. Remember, it's a pretty remarkable thing. Embarrassment, vulnerability, that's part of what makes us human. Plus, science says it might even make you more likable. See it for what it truly is: an evolutionary marvel at play, painting your cheeks in shades of your emotional truth. You gotta admit, blushing is more than just a pink face. It's a phenomenon worth celebrating.